So for the debate structure, all the contestants and backups need to be at Dodge Park Center by 5 o'clock. So mark it down. Please be no later than 5 o'clock. We will be taking attendance, making sure everyone is there, and just going last minute rundown of the night. So the first round is going to have all 20 contestants do 2-minute presentations of a random topic that's picked out of a hat. So those topics are already on the website. You can familiarize yourself with those topics, research them, make sure you know it off the top of your head, and you will not be able to bring notes onto the stage, but you can bring notes to like your table where we're all sitting down. So these 2-minute speeches, make sure you have it prepared correctly. So I will be the timer during that night. So I will have a light that turns green at 1 minute, turns yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and at 2 minutes it's going to turn red, and I will ring the bell, and that's your cue to stop. If you go past that time, that'll be docked as a minus point. So out of those 20 contestants, 8 will go forward to the next round. And during the next round, there will be a draw. You will be paired up randomly with one of the 8 contestants if you go forward. And you will be randomly given a topic, and a coin will be flipped to decide if you go for or against. Yes?
So are we going to be allowed to take our phones up onto the stage and use it as a timer?
No.
We will not?
No.
Can we have a timer or something, or if we bring a timer
I
ourselves,
will
or do we use them?
I will try to put an iPad on it so you can see the time right where I'm sitting. So you will see the stopwatch and or the lights and the display on the iPad.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we cannot let you take any iPhones or any electronics onto the stage or notes. We want to be able to judge you on your presentation and overall your entire debate. Yes?
Is it okay if we can leave our phone directly on the table, or are you going to be debating?
When in the first round, there's not going to be any tables. There's just going to be a mic in the middle, and that's where you're going to be presenting from. So when we go on to the second round, there'll be 8 students that go on to the second round. Yes.
Do you have to use a mic? Can you just talk? How big is the room going to be?
What do you mean?
Do you have to use a mic?
Yes, you have to use a mic because the actual room is.
So maybe let them know the audience of how many they have.
Sorry.
How big's the audience again?
The audience is going to be 500 people. So you need to use a mic in order to be able to project your voice properly.
You want to yell for it?
So I will be going more into how to use the mic properly when you're on stage for a presentation, when you get to the presentation portion. Yes?
For the topics, do we state for or against, or?
For the first round, you can choose whether you are for or against. And you should state for or against, just so it's clear to the judges and the audience where your stance is.
Okay, and also for the topics, are we all doing the same topic, all 20 of us? Or
No,
it's
a
all
randomly chosen topic. So you need to be prepared to do 20 speeches for 2-minute speeches. I'm sorry, not 20, 10. Yes.
So is the audience going to vote on who gets to go to the next round?
No, it's only a judge. Only the judges get to do their scoring, and then a assigned person's going to be doing the tallying. So even the judges will not have get to converse on who's the winner. They're just going to give their own scoring, and we're having a separate person tallying up all the numbers, and we'll figure out after each round who the winner is, just to be so it's no bias between the judges and no bias between the audience members, because audience members may have family members, and that they probably won't be actually voting for you based on your speech or presentation or debate. They'll be because of relation. So we're keeping it to just the tallies by the judges.
And just going back to the phone thing, I know a lot of you guys might need phones for rides or whatever. Maybe we can have a basket on the judge's desk so that you guys can see your phone at all times. It'll be.
Keep it at they'll have 2 tables assigned just for contestants. You can leave it at the tables, so that those ones no one else is going to be coming to those tables. Those are your tables. All right. Any more questions? Okay. Yes.
So you said there's an audience of 500. I was just wondering if we have family members that want to watch, are there still available for them, or is
So contestants get 2 free tickets for their parents, mom and dad. Any more people that want to come, they have to pay $35 a ticket.
Oh.
it's reasonable price for a debate of this size. So, but if you want to get those tickets, please call Sandy's number that's on the poster.
Okay.
If you want those tickets, because tables are going quickly, and if you want to get
I think we only have a handful left,
Yeah.
so.
So get those tickets in right away.
And if you already know today that you're going to be needing those tickets, then let us know.
Yeah. We'll put those tickets on hold for you. Any more questions before we go into round 2? Okay, so round 2, like I mentioned, 8 people are going forward, and you'll be randomly paired up with a person to do a debate on a randomly chosen topic. This, you'll be given 10 minutes to prepare with your partner, just to get the argument who's going to be good at openings, who's good at crossfires, or who's good at the final summary. So the way that's going to be worked out, so 10 minutes to prepare. When you work with your pairs, you decide who's going to do the opening. The opening is going to be 1 minute. And then you will have 2 minutes for each pair to do a rebuttal on the statements. And then there will be 2 minutes where one person from each pair gets to come up, and they each get mics, and they get to do a crossfire. And then after those crossfires, the contestants will have one person from each pair do a 1 minute conclusion summary. Is there any questions about that? And I realize that this is much shorter than an actual debate, but due to the time constraint, we're trying to keep it between like max 2 hour, 2.5 hour debate. And we have an audience that is mainly going to be South Asian families. So in order to keep their attention and also to make sure that...
Not that South Asians have a poor attention span.
Exactly. Yeah. You all know that when there's families, they bring kids and whatnot. We want to make sure that it keeps them attentive and interactive and not getting like, oh, it's too long. Because, does anyone have any questions about that?
Sorry, what was the speaking time?
Speaking time for which portion?
Round 2.
Round 2. So altogether, it's going to be 10 minutes for prep time, 1 minute for opening speech, 2 minutes for rebuttal, 2 minutes for crossfire, and 1 minute for closing summary. I will be emailing this to you, so you will have this with you. It's all color-coded. So if you have any more questions after that, you can feel free
Sorry,
to...
can you say it one more time? I just want to write it down. So
Yeah, it's on the sheet.
Do we have a whiteboard marker, maybe?
Yes,
Sorry.
I will.
So maybe we'll just write it out on the board. Like the worst at this.
Okay.
I think we need this.
You guys been waiting? Just
It's nice to have a bit of rebuttal time so you can just deconstruct it instead of having to actually have talk at you and then respond at the same time. It's protected time, and that's awesome.
Okay, so round 2 will be 1 minute opening.
We had a spelling bee a couple years ago.
Okay, so this is 1 minute each. So that's the for and the against. And then there's going to be 2 minutes
Stressing out.
for the rebuttal. And again, this is 2 minutes each. And then we have 2 minutes where both contestants or both pairs get to choose one person to come up and do a crossfire. And then there will be 1 minute for conclusion.
And if any of these words are like confusing to you or you're not sure what they mean, I don't know either, but Gurneet's gonna come in a bit and you can ask her. She's not? I lied.
Sandra's gonna explain.
Sandra will explain.
Yeah.
Well, quick question. So during the opening and the rebuttal, are you going to take notes while the other people are speaking?
Yes, you may, but you cannot bring the notes to the actual mic.
But are we allowed to take it while we're listening?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
you're
so
more-
then essentially how this works is the breakdown is the first 3 minutes are going to be one person, and the last 3 minutes are the opposite person, or in the pairings.
In the
So you
pairings,
get your
this is say, so
Yeah.
for the person that's arguing for, they get 1 minute opening. Person that's arguing against, they get 1 minute. Then a person arguing second pair, the second person in the pair of the for will argue, will do a rebuttal. and then the second person in the against will do a rebuttal, and then the first two people in the for and against, they will do the crossfire, and then the second two people
Do conclusion.
will do the conclusion. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So for before the round starts, will we be given for or against, or is it gonna be?
Yes, so before you are, when you are paired up, randomly selected into pairs, you will be given a topic, and then there's a coin flip to decide if you're for or against. So in that moment, you'll be like, basically when you are researching the 10 topics, you are going to be researching for and against on both sides. Yes.
So the 2 minutes rebuttal then, is it 2 minutes per side, or is it 2
Per
minutes?
side.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
This is like, I'm just putting, this is one team's time.
Right.
So this one is gonna be partnered with the other team. So this is time where both pairs get to come on stage and they speak at the same time.
Both,
Oh, so
so there's 4 people on stage for
No,
that?
no, I mean, like,
Okay.
one person from the for team, one person for the against team.
Okay.
Both come up and they'll both have mics and they'll both be doing like a crossfire period.
So that's the only time it's done together?
Yes.
So there's
Both
not 2 minute, two 2 minute crossfires?
No.
Okay.
Yes, this is the only time where both teams are on the stage at the same time speaking.
Yeah, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Any other questions on round 2? All right, from round 2, 4 people will be selected. So that means that all the numbers that are tallied from the judges, there will be top 5 people. The 5th person will not be going on to the 3rd round, but they will have already won the scholarship. But that will be announced at the end of the the debate. So the 4 people that go on to round 3 will have 2 minutes each to do an opening speech on the chosen topic for round 3. That topic is not going to be known until then, but it is one of the topics that is on the website. So once all the people on the stage have done their 2-minute openings, then the rest of the 16 minutes is open. It's a round table. Anyone can talk, but you have to just raise your hand, and the moderator, who's going to be pointing to that person, then they get to speak. But if another person wants to speak in between, while you're talking, they raise their hand. They can have the ability to cut you off in that sentence, and when the moderator allows that person to speak. You cannot just go and speak when the other person is speaking. The moderator gives you instruction when you get to speak. So the entire round 3 is for 20 minutes. 2 minutes for each person, each of the 4 people, to do an opening, and 14 minutes to do a round table crossfire. Does that make sense? All right, any other questions? Yes.
How come how come the contestant reward 5 positions? Like,
Because there's 5 scholarships, so we want to actually show you that these people, already the 4 people that are going to the round, 3rd round, have won the $3,000 scholarship, and also the top person that's left behind from round 2 will get a scholarship. But then we award them the 1 to 5 positions.
but you award them in the end, right?
At the end, yes.
So the idea of the very last, the final round, is to kind of give a placement, right? So to show that there's, from the scoring perspective, and then also from that last final perspective, saying that this person kind of showed up strongest in this competition, right? So doing 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, in addition to getting the scholarships, because all of 5 people will get the $3,000 scholarships.
Question for the first round. When do we know the topics? Is it just gonna be random topics drawn out?
Yes, there'll be a little bowl, and the moderator's just going to pick out a topic and read that topic out loud, and you can decide that first round whether you want to argue for or against. Yes.
Will we be given some time, say like a minute, or a minute and a half to mentally prepare for a speech on that chosen topic?
We can.
No, for the first round, you should have prepared speeches already for all the 10 topics.
For the first one, but the second one.
The second
Oh, there's 10
one, yeah.
topics?
Yeah.
All the ones we got, right? Okay.
Well,
So the first round, you have been given the topics on the website.
Yeah.
You should prepare 2-minute speeches on all 10 topics for the first round, because you don't know which topic you're going to be given. For the second round, you will be given 10 minutes to work with your partner to come up with a strategy on how you want to debate on that round. For the last round, you will not be given time to give your your beginning opening statement, because that'll be on your stance as well, on whether you go for or against whatever that topic is. And it could be, that topic will be on the website. So again, it's the same thing as preparing for the first round. Is there any other questions? Yes?
So for that first round, since there's only 10 topics online, some people are gonna go twice.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes?
So the second round, this kind of cross-examination round, that is going to be a random topic. It's not on the list of 10. That's
No,
a
all the
different- Oh, it
topics
is,
are
okay.
on the
Okay.
website. We are
Sorry,
not
I
gonna
didn't-
throw a surprise topic on you. We want you to be prepared. We want you to do the research.
They're all already given to us.
It's on the website. It's thedebaters.ca. That's where you registered. They had all the topics and the judges on there as well. Yes?
Does the crossfire section of the second round also work as how the 16 minutes in the last round work as a moderator?
The crossfire period in round 2 is open to both, because it's only 2 minutes that the both for and against people come up. Moderators is only gonna be like telling you guys to, like, maybe if you're cutting each other a bit too much, to give the person a chance to speak, at least complete the thought before going on. But generally, the moderator's gonna step out of that round. Does that make sense? Okay, anyone else have any questions? Nope, okay.